Late night talk, guys. You go with the flow. Anything I say out loud never pans out. So, I'm out. I wasn't out all day. But earlier today, I got really lucky. Good evening. Top Speed Reviews. Hello. I'm thirsty. Very. I'm gonna go this way. Nice straight run all the way home. I did some college. I've been doing college drop-offs the past couple of weeks. How are you doing? All right. I drove a 2015 Ford Focus, titanium, fully loaded, with 15,000 miles on it. I bet it was awesome. That sounds really nice. A little jealous. My next car will be much more nicer. Today, I only did 2 deliveries earlier. I went out later. I didn't get out till like after 12. So I was really grateful, and it was $27.45. And I'll tell you, that's the highest payout I have ever received from GrubHub, and it's because the tip was $20.44. And it was during the day, or like mid-afternoon, where it was early afternoon. It was about 1 o'clock, so the traffic was real light. I got really lucky. I was so grateful. And then I did one other one. I made 33 and change off of 2. And then I went back to doing what I was doing. It steers you back in your lane. Oh, my mother has that on her new Forester. When in 2019? I think she got it in 2018. Maybe it's a year old. Her car does that when I've been in the car a few times. It beeps, it tells you. But the Ford Titanium that you're talking about, do you feel it pulling you back into the lane? Or does it give you a warning? You know, new technology is so crazy. It steers you back in your lane. It actually steers you back in your lane. With the Focus, it will steer you back. You see the wheel moving. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Now I'm done. I was going to turn it on. Maybe I'll turn it on when I get near home. I'm done. I'm done. I'm weeding myself off little by little. I took yesterday off, guys. Had too much to do online. I'm never going to get ahead. And I have something to share with you. I'm going to pull over just for a moment. See what you're saying. Because I have questions and I got something to share with you. Oh, you're on my notes. I took notes. Let me cross that out. Guys, go visit No Limitation Rideshare YouTube channel. You retracted a message. Why, Top Speed? You can set it to warn or more the wheel. Oh, okay. Autocorrect. Hello, No Limitation Rideshare. Your video was very good. I like the way you blurred her out. That was really nice. That takes a lot of work, a lot of practice on the phones. It takes practice to learn how to use the programs, the software programs, and it does. Hey, I'm learning WordPress, and every time I turn it on, I learn something so much more than I did before. I'm becoming a master at it. It takes time. Only once I attempted with the phone. I did all right. It was a very good video. Very sad that someone is that high, because you were very calm. You kept yourself composed. I would get really nervous. I would get really nervous. Oh, it's going good. Somebody left I'm finally learning the back end. I didn't realize how many comments were back there, but only one was in spam, or two. Two was in spam on different pages. So I'm learning the back end. So people are starting to comment, like start conversation in the comments section. And that's another thing I want to talk about. But check no limitation rideshare. One delivery, I made $27.45. I was really happy about that. Very happy. I hope that happens again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm only going to go out during the day for a little while, and I'm spending the second half of the day home. I have too much to do. I haven't done laundry in almost 2 weeks. I have no clothes, and I mean that. And I'm going to throw half my clothes away into the bin. I need to update myself. It's been a long time. So it's going good. I'm learning. And if you go visit MyIncomeJob.com and you click on the link Bulletin Board Winners, you'll see the first winner, HickoryFoodFactory.com. They gave me shout outs on social media a couple of weeks ago. I didn't realize. And they helped me reword it better. I'm not giving up on that idea of letting people win free advertising. I have platforms I can use. I'm going to pull over in a moment and read your conversation and then get back on the road. So watch No Limitation Rideshare. I watched the gig lady a little bit. She's saying it was real slow. She took a half an hour block. I guess they're called blocks with DoorDash. She never got pinged. I've been in her shoes many times when DoorDash first started out, and I wasn't watching any channels or anything. I was learning the hard way. And I did. There were many hours I just waited around. And you learn, you learn. When I get up there a little further, I will pull over for a moment. Just want to get past this light here. So I didn't think I was going to hang in there. But I hit $100. I hit 98 and change today. And I didn't do it all day. So, but that's what you got to do. Let me read you. I'm not a freak out for everything type person, but I think fast in the moment. Oh, you definitely, hello Jennifer on Wheels. You definitely composed yourself. I couldn't, I have no desire to do rideshare. And I feel paying attention now to what's going on, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. I watched a lot of videos today. That I did do. I caught up with a lot of videos last night and today. This guy looks so eager. I'm going to pull over and get out of his way for a moment. He's ready to fly. I pulled over. I'm way on the side where you're supposed to be. That's weird. It's not like I'm in the middle of the road. I pulled all the way over. You're very composed. I would freak out. The way you try to get her up. The way you blocked the fuzziness of the face. You lucked out the way the people were like, just go down the street, make a left, the police station's on your right. You were really cool. I have a question for you. You're in Iowa. Iowa. Are you doing that? Are you there testing out the market yourself? Is that what you're doing? Maybe one of these companies will sponsor you to go cross country or something. That would be really cool. You're still young. That'd be really cool. No clothes. Clothes. No close? Sounds like a fun time. Oh, no clothes. Sounds like a fun time. Got it. Love it. Got it. I don't want other people in my car, so boo rideshare for me. I'm with you. DoorDash with Sam. I'm the same way. I have no desire to be a taxi driver. Yeah, me neither, Jen. You really did handle yourself. And when you saw that guy, so that's what you're going to do. You're doing it by yourself. Wow. That's incredible. Do it while you're young. Travel the states. You're going to get signed up with someone. You keep getting your name out there. Keep building. I mean, I love the way you're doing everything on your phones, on the road, on the go. And when you found that man on the side of the road, again, was he just drunk and out of control? Like, he seemed harmless, but he was just drunk, right? Then you let the cops take over. You're like, okay. You know, I don't know if I could have pulled over that calmly at night. I probably would stay a little bit away, but I'm also a female, and use my phone and call the cops. But someone already called the cops. That was random. Oh, I'm sure that was random. You were like, what's going on here? This is what goes down. In Iowa. Very, you know, we'll talk about life experience and street smarts. Again, I'm pulling all the way over, guys. Just for a moment. Get home slowly, a little at a time. It's a straight run. Was it Iowa? Iowa. Back in Chicago now. Chicago. But I thought you said you were going home to New Orleans. Not ready yet? Oh, you said October 1st. New Orleans. So you were testing it out. Your friend didn't want to go with you. I watched you while I watched you on my iPad. When I jumped into bed, you were my TV. And talking about television, folks. October 1st. You're going to get signed up for something. I mean, you're going cross country. You're going to different states. Well, not cross country, but you would if the price was right. That would be some great cable show. Cable show. Hulu. You know, what do they say? Independent shows, like their own shows. What's the other one? Well, yesterday I skipped. I worked a lot online. I went to the gym for an hour and 20 minutes. I put on such a sweat. The end of the day, nothing I said I was going to do, I did. It took me about 3 hours, but I had to make a decision, guys. I couldn't get live TV anymore with my mother's password and username and password. I knew eventually someday they would get caught up, and they did. I tried it on everything, and I tried different browsers. I was like, oh, they're catching up. They kept telling me, you're not authorized. We're not going to let you watch live television. I was like, okay. He's right. Food cannot complain, lie, or argue with you no matter what. People do. Oh, hello, Live to Hustle. I want to talk about Pete, too, in a moment. Plus, they don't allow us to have weapons to defend ourselves if we were attacked. Ooh. See, I don't even drive. That's a great idea, Michelle. A reality show should film a couple of someone to do food delivery while driving cross country. It's a great idea. I'll watch it. I'll be a viewer. Oh my goodness, if I was younger, I would say me, but I got other things in the works, and I would be a viewer, absolutely. You would do it. You would do it. You would do it, Jen? If it was 20 years ago, I would do it. 51, 41, mid-30s. If it was 15 years ago, I would do it. Now, I don't have a desire to do that. Too old, yeah. Yup, I worked hard not to work physically hard anymore. I stick it out driving once a week now, and I can barely walk. You know, because you're sitting in the same position. Your mind's all like, yeah, but your body, you get out of the car when your day's done, it's tough. I'm like, wow, people who drive all day, all the time, you got to take action to be mobile, and that's what I did last night. I did that machine with the legs and the arms, 20 minutes, and then I did the treadmill, 1 hour, and I was soaking wet. I made sure I stretched out, on top of stretching out for at least 10 minutes. Had to be done. Can't do that anymore. So guys, I recommend it, YouTube TV, $49.95 a month. I don't believe any tax. I linked my television setup. I thought you needed the Roku, and you don't. You just need internet service provider. On my phone and my iPad, I signed in, and all you do is tap a button, and then it took me like 20 minutes to figure out. I got to a code, and I typed in this code, and I shut everything down, and I turned it back on. You open up the app, or go to tv.youtube.com, sign in, pick your TV channel, and then you tap a button on top. And what you're watching on your mobile device shows up on your TV screen. No cable box needed. 70 channels, unlimited DVR, and you can watch 3 different shows at the same time in the same home on the same internet provider. And I tested it, and it works. That's pretty cool. 70 channels. I haven't paid for live TV in years. So I thought I'd pass that along. Incredible. And I get to watch TV whenever I want to now on my mobile devices. Well, now I gotta read. So I thought I'd share that with you. I knew it would be a learning curve. I really thought I needed the Roku, and you don't. You don't. You just need internet service provider. I'm like, wow. So just so you know that, guys, it was pretty cool. My dad would have been 72 if he was alive, but I'm 32. Got it. You're 47. Yeah. Once I hit my 40s, I didn't want to waitress anymore. I didn't want to be in the business. I'm lucky I hung in there as long as I did at the food store. I put myself in the hospital. Brutal, beat up, exhausting, crippling work. In my opinion, I did my time. I just changed my skill set to work differently. I'm still physical, but I'm not as physical as I used to be. You know, when you're doing it, you're in it, you're working. But the moment you sit down and then you get home, you can't walk, you're a cripple. Like, I'm only 50. That's not working for me. I wasn't going to go through, 10 to 20 years like that. No way. Why live? Jesus, I was in pain every time I got out of my car. Once you stop working like that, you don't go back. So, I'll pass that along, guys. tv.youtube.com. $49.95 a month, 70 channels, and you do it from your mobile devices or your computer. I guess it would work on a smart TV. I did test it out on the Roku, but it's not needed. I was like, oh, you don't need a box. You just need internet service provider. It took me 3 hours, a little over 3 hours to figure all that out. But if you don't do it yourself, you don't learn. And it was so worth it. So not bad. That's pretty good for a month. $50 a month. Live TV channels and then some. And you can add to it, but 70 channels, that should be enough. I'm pulling over again. There is something else I want to discuss. No one is too old. You can do anything. You put your off. Yeah. But I'm comfortable and I'm not going there anymore. I know what you're saying. I get it. but it's not worth the pain. Not unless I'm making real money. Not worth the pain. I wasn't even going out the last couple of years. So I couldn't walk. I couldn't get shoes on. I couldn't walk. That's why I think I'm 51 is not bad. That's why. Oh, no. When you can walk. Guys, I'm sorry. Oh. Woo. Allergies so bad. And I took 3 allergy pills today. Whoa. You have T-Mobile with your cell phone. T-Mobile also has TV. It doesn't cost you nothing. Cell phone. Is that true? Because YouTube I can cancel. T-Mobile, fancy lady? I could watch live TV for nothing? But on my cell phone. Can I watch it on my computer? Because I use that as my television. Can I watch it on my iPad? I use that as my television. My laptop, sometimes I put that on. That's a television. I use my computers as TVs. Is that true? Look at that humid. Look at that winging. Wow, thanks. I'll check it out. I will test it out. TV, it doesn't cost you nothing. You watch it right on your cell phone. But can you watch it on the big screen? You know, that's something. I don't want to watch everything on a little phone all the time. And lately, I enjoy laying on my couch bed and I watch TV. Okay, guys. I watched The Gig Lady. Interesting. Oh, let's talk about Paid to Drive. I just watched a video a little while ago. And he was speaking about, I saw the one today about it. DoorDash had an order for Walmart that somebody actually picked up 35 cases of water and delivered it. Is that true? Excuse me. And did he actually do it, the guy? I will check it out. Thank you for telling me that. I wasn't even aware of that. I will check it out. DoorDash for $8 and change or $9 and change. 35 cases of water. Did the person do that job? And you love T-Mobile Tuesdays. I haven't checked them out lately. I will again. I watched most of the video. He received an email from someone stating that someone is in beta testing, that Walmart has their own delivery people. Well, I've already known that. BJ's, they promote it all over YouTube, saying that there's no price up of their products and it's in-house delivery. That they're creating people can go to BJ's website or their app, order stuff and get it delivered with no price increase, no price up. Same price that you would get at the store. See, years ago, right before I started doing DoorDash, I remember reading about the person who created DoorDash. It was, I believe, developed in India. And an Indian man. And his vision of DoorDash included store shopping. Well, the big corporations already know there's too much money to be made. Why pay an outside service when they have, you know, the power to create their own in-house delivery service? BJ promotes it all the time. BJ's. So Walmart is following lead, and Walmart already does that. They're not going to need Instacart or Shipt or DoorDash. It's not needed. They already have it in the works to not have to pay a third party. They're creating, like I talk about online with affiliate programs, instead of paying a third party like Commission Junction, Link Share, Share a Sale, it really is a personal choice, but the big companies, they build their own affiliate program. The big companies are going to have their own in-house drivers. You know, like I used to work for ShopRite. Well, they have Shop at Home, and people ordered stuff, and the shoppers would get the, you know, the order ready, and people would pull up, and in the newer stores, the more new stores, and they would come and pick up their food. Well, soon that's going to be delivery, because everyone's going to offer delivery. That's going to be big. I'm going to see that in my, you know, that's going to be big. There's nothing but 2 and 3 payouts. It doesn't look good. He wants you to do everything for nothing. Bunch of scammers, money grabbers. Oh, and I watched a lot of videos today. I listened while I multitasked. BZ was talking about that. His video he uploaded today, I believe, and it was about DoorDash. He said he wasn't shocked. You know, I feel, even though I don't feel they should do business with fast food places, I feel fast food delivery, mom, papa shops, delivery food, restaurants will need the services. DoorDash, GrubHub, Uber Eats. Wade is going to come in and wipe half of them out. Eventually, I believe that. I think Waiter, and the name's great. I love the name. I think they're going to wipe a lot of people out later on. They're going to, I don't think they're going to have a problem branching out into an area that's already saturated with other companies, because the other companies aren't paying anything. They're going to have to beat them. All the companies are going to be competing for drivers soon. That's what I think. But to shop, like at a Walmart or Target or CVS, I don't feel Shipt or Instacart or DoorDash is going to be needed in a couple of years. The big companies, it's already in the proof. I watched Paid to Drive video. Somebody sent in an email. He read it right off the email. And I was like, oh, that's already in the works around here. I know that. They're beta testing it. BJ's, I see it all the time on YouTube. And it's a quiet commercial. It's like a 30-second commercial. And they say no price ups, no increase in prices. Same price you would get if you picked it up yourself. And in-house deliveries with BJ's. I've considered it. If nothing changes in 2020 for me, I know I'm going to be successful online, and I love marketing and stuff like that. I haven't really sat down to see if someone would, you know, I have to get my resume out there. I'm not there yet, but I will be. If I'm already have it on the back burner, that if that doesn't pan out in the beginning of 2020, I was thinking of going to a company like that, getting a larger car and going to a company like that. I wonder if they have, you know, in-house vans and stuff like that. A big company like that, like Amazon Prime, maybe they have their own vans. You know, and they give you the right equipment that you could deliver products to people. It's crossed my mind. It's good to have a few ideas going up, even though I don't want to go down that route. But if I had to do a part-time, I think it's going to go down for a while. I see the difference. Like, I worked today and I went out. I was kind of late. I wish there was 28 hours in each day. I do. I'd rather be a lot busy and opportunities off the charts than be bored and just sitting there bored. Instacart is hiring in-store shoppers because they don't need the people to deliver the groceries because they have the other platforms to deliver them. They just need me to store shoppers, Instacart. But the big stores, they have their own people. Hey, like I just said, ShopRite, they have their own in-house shoppers. You know, they work for the store. They're on the books. They show up for a shift. And they work. And they shop. And when you work for a store like that, and you're a part of a team, you get to know the store real well. So you know where all the products are. So you start becoming a better shopper. And, you know, packaging things properly and stuff like that. That's hard. You know, you're pleasing a lot of customer service. And some people aren't worth pleasing. That's the one bad thing about customer service. But I hear you. I get it. A lot of changes. I didn't go live one day. I watched a lot of videos and I can't believe how much stuff I have to talk about. I took off last week 3 days. I couldn't believe all the changes that went down in 3 days. I'm like, this industry is just, it's like all over the place. Everybody wants to jump on. So many changes, like every day. It's crazy. Wonder why managers are scattered. They're all over the place. It's hard to stay on top. It's just too much to know. So that's, I get tired. Sorry guys. I even food shop today, so I'm done for the week. So I did the pay to drive thing, and check it out, his latest video. He has a, I just noticed it today. Power half hour at 11 o'clock. I go live whenever I feel like going live. But he's making a career out of it. It's different. You know? What was the other thing, guys? So I spoke about that guy from DoorDash. You knew exactly what I was talking about. Oh, all of a sudden I can't stop yawning. So that was interesting. I watched The Gig Lady. I watched BZ, Paid to Drive. I listened to a lot. No Limitation Rideshare. And I mentioned BJ's. And the only reason why I stayed out tonight, I keep thinking about that millionaire drives for Uber and does Uber Eats. He's right. It's an opportunity to do what you want to do, to get where you want to be. The man is right. I would look that up on YouTube. A very interesting video that was recorded like a year and a half ago. It says a year ago. It was longer than that. Year and a half to 2 years. Very interesting watch. If you want to. Like a very interesting read. It's a very interesting watch. So Instacart, I know they hire in-store shoppers too, but that's going to go away. Oh yeah, it definitely depends on the market and where you're located. But I say in the next, it's happening so fast. Definite. 3 to 5 years, I feel major stores like Walmart, Target, ShopRite, just to name a few, they're going to have their own, BJ's already doing it, they're going to have their own in-house delivery drivers. Some of the restaurants are doing that already. I've discussed that a few weeks ago. Panera Bread. They already got rid of DoorDash. That must have been a blow to DoorDash. Because when I did DoorDash, I was up hitting Panera Bread in Belmore all the time. All the time. They lost a lot of business with that. And they said, no, 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 no. We'll get our own drivers, our own staff. And a lot less aggravation, a lot less worrying if the customer's ever going to get their food. I'm sure that was something that was discussed when they made the decision to go, let's get rid of the third party and do it ourselves. More power and control over your own business. Damn, these spots. It seems like everything is getting smaller and smaller to me. Crying like a baby. Please let me get into the spot. Shoot. Yeah, I could do it. A lot of cars. Everything just seems smaller. My car's not that big. Okay, so that was some interesting topics, guys. The industry, it changes. I skipped one day. And I'm like, wow, I have a lot to talk about. Let me take notes. And there's a lot to talk about. That is for sure. Did you see... Did you see Gio and Kevin go at it today? Who's Gio and Kevin? Is Gio the one you wanted you to go? That you wanted to go with you? Gio and Kevin. Who's Gio and Kevin? I mean, I don't watch everything. I watched you. I mean, geez. Paid to Drive, Pete, the Gig Lady. I watched BZ, and I actually worked. And I did other things. And I worked online. Geez. No limitation. I used to live in Des Moines for many, many years. There's a lot of crazies up there. I don't miss it because now I live in KC the last 19 years. Kansas City. I'll look up Gio and Kevin. Is that the name of the channel? I'm going to go upstairs and turn it on. I've been in and out of my home all day. I could finish up some stuff. Gio and Kevin. Is that the name of the channel? No limitation ride share? And what did they go... Well, I'll check it out. Is that the name? Gio and Kevin. Well, it's a chance to regroup. I just said it out loud today. Two things I said out loud the past 2 days I find very funny. But I said, God, I'm going through my world that once I clean everything out, I should be good to go for at least 5 to 10 years. Like, I'm cleaning out my world. Technology changes so fast, guys. I'm going to throw out a half a pile of stuff. Even if I tried to plug one thing in, I'm like, it's not even compatible anymore. You got to keep up with the times. Everything changes so fast that, I mean, tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, the next day, I have this old stereo that a friend gave me. And I used it for a couple of years. It hasn't been plugged in at least 5 years. And there's this thrift shop down the street that takes old stuff like that. So I'm going to bring an old bag of clothes and bring that stereo in with the speakers. There's no need to keep them. I use Pandora. I listen to music on all my mobile devices. There's so many other channels out there. When I get my next car, I'm going to have Siri. You know, things have changed. I don't need the stereo. It's just taking up space. But that's, manpower. I got to unhook it. I got to get it in my car, get it to the store. Someone will use it. It still works. It's in great condition. It's just a big box in my way. I don't need it. I listen to Pandora. I'm a big Pandora person. And now YouTube Music. I'm going to be YouTube TV, YouTube Music. Like I said, we're already... Missouri Walmart has their own delivery people. Yeah. I get it. Things are changing fast. You gotta be quick and fast. You gotta stay on top of it. Things and everything just changes so fast. I don't know how else to put it. That's it. So guys, thank you for joining in. I will check that out. You weren't prepared. No limitations. If I type in Gio and Kevin, is something going to come up on YouTube? It's not good. Hello, Caramel. I would never go back to Iowa, ever. What's going on, Caramel? You make a lot of money today, Caramel? I just hit 100, but I didn't work all day. I'm happy I stayed out for a little bit, but now I'm done. I'm tired. Tired, guys. All of a sudden, I got very tired. But I did a lot. Okay, guys. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to check that out. You're not answering me. No limitation ride share. Fancy Lacey. Well, I did it with no fear. Wish I don't have a lot of anyway. To my surprise. Demands. A different beast. Really? Be safe. Nothing like life experience, right, guys? That's crazy. And you're living on the road. That's hard to do. You're going to have a lot of stories to tell. I wonder if you could get sponsored. That's a great idea for a show. Like an original show. That's what I meant to say before. Like on Hulu or maybe YouTube. They should pay you to go cross country, do food deliveries, do ride share, tell you stories, let them hook up top of the line equipment and give you a brand new car and go cross country. No limitation ride share. That would be wicked. I would watch you. We were out there walking around. And the guy was laying on the ground. And then I seen the look like the county sheriff. Why does Uber Eats volume not turn off when you get an order? Excuse me, what do you mean not shut off? I click accept and I just go. What do you mean? Because it says it out loud, the directions? I don't know what you mean by that. The payouts weren't great, but I did I was in one little cluster area. And I did a college drop-off. I'm happy I came out. That means I was needed. Nobody was really out. I gave out one card, and the guy said I was just about to go get gas. I'm up to 89 direct referrals, guys. Finally, it changed from 88. 89. I'm very excited about that. When I get gas this week, I'm so far today, if I got gas today, I would pay $2.21 a gallon. That's pretty good. That's a good coupon. So much has changed. I have been with GrubHub now 1 year. They're not what they used to be. I was really lucky with that order today. I was so grateful. They got me out early, but then I came home and I got right to work. No napping today. I was really on my game. Really? I don't know. I don't know. It just starts telling me where to go. I just follow lead. I just go, okay. I don't think about it. I accept the order and I just go for it. That's it. I happen to like hearing it because I'll never get there. It's not like I'm talking to anyone. I'd rather have it loud. Wow, sorry that bothers you. I'll check that out. I'm gonna Gio and Kevin. I don't know. Go to West Des Moines, Clive, or Urbandale and work. It's much safer than where you were at. Oh, see, this person knew where you were at. J Dub. That is for sure. Thank God for tips. I make tips 90% of the time with Uber Eats. Oh, you should do that. I'm waiting for Waiter to come out here. I would love to say I did Waiter too. They should come into Long Island and give everybody else a run for their money. That's what they should do. I have a feeling they're going to pay more too. Their focus is only on food delivery. You learned the hard way. You went in blind. You learned on your own. Like I said, nothing like life experience, right? That is crazy. I mean, I know that can happen anywhere, but she obviously knows that it's not a good part of town. No payouts under 15. Nowadays. Oh. Wow. That's what that new law came into play? AB5 it's called or something like that? Wow. No delivery under 15. That's not bad. But is there a limit on how, far you drive? 15 an hour minimum. Then you can write off your miles. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. For driving, that would be pretty good. I want Waiter to come out here. Waiter should come out to the island first and bypass New York City. They should become the Long Island delivery service. It's a catchy name. It is the ghetto now. Joyride. Wow, that's really a cool name. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Oh, if it can't be real, you know. When you're doing it, it's easy to be real. You know? Thanks. Remember all the other channels too. Thank you. Well, I choose to put the time in. That's where I'm headed right now. You know, thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that is embarrassing. That's low. Mosquitoes, coyotes, bad people, etc. Everything I promised you, I would not have myself in that position if I really thought that there was going to be a threat to my life. Yeah. You're fast in your feet, and you're very street smart. No limitation. And you know you are. You're street smart. That guy wasn't going to hurt you. But it's scary when you pull up. You're like, what is this? Oh my God, what is that? It was really, I mean, I'm sure you were hesitant and scary, and you were like, is this a setup? It wasn't a setup, but you were on your game. You already said to yourself, is this a setup? Before you even stepped out of the car. That's pretty good. Fancy, I just figured it can't be any worse than Chicago South Side or New Orleans East. The crime doesn't compare, really. Humidity. There is no limit. I get it. But you're smart. You're like, is this a setup? I would think that too, but you still got out. And you helped someone just laying there. And, I mean, you let the cops take over. You had to. Why would you be there? He was just drunk, right? Just old-fashioned shit-faced. Just drunk. Laying on the ground. Kansas City. Yeah, you should see. You should see if it's available in your area. No fear. Is it really true that California is making it mandatory, 15 an hour for drivers? He is awesome. He's very entertaining. Again, real life experience. You know what? I like watching your reality show, but you would never catch me watching some housewife reality show. Anything like that. No way. I would rather watch Seashell, Gig Lady, No Limitation, Paid to Drive, Team LMDU, you know? Real reality shows, not set up to put on a show with no talent reality shows. And those other ones, what's that, Kardashians or something? I mean, come on. Really? Well, because you get all pretty? Well, a lot of people can do that. Well, that one payout, that was it. But I didn't work the whole day. I went out tonight. I came home and I went back out like 10 o'clock after I went food shopping. I made a little sandwich and I said, let me go out. And they rang me. And I was shocked, really. And Uber Eats kept me right down the street, a town away, in one little cluster. And then I did a college drop-off, and I said, that's it, and I went live. Awesome barbecue. To make their neighbors jealous. That's good. We should have our own show, Real Drivers of GrubHub. It's a great idea. I mean, somebody should put a show together and get a bunch of people. No Limitations would do it. Ride sharing. I wonder if Pete would do it. He's but there's got to be people out there that are very independent and single and would do that for a little while. People come and go all the time, and every season get a set of new drivers, so it doesn't become stale. That's a great idea. The ride share and the delivery service. That's a really good idea. I bet you a lot of people would watch it. You learn a lot. Well, from me delivering food. Oh, I received a tip. Uber driver, you received a tip. That's a great notification. I always get, 90% of the time, I get tips with Uber Eats. There should be, I got off track. Yeah, a different group of people every season. Do across country, different states. Ride share, delivery service. It really is a good idea. You know, that's pretty cool. It's true, Jennifer. I mean, I would be a viewer. I caught a lot of that video. There was so much more of me looking around at my surroundings. I do have good awareness. I've just been blessed. Got it. Got it. I guess it would be too long. Yeah, I get it. Cross-country ride share. Star, no limitation ride share. Star, bam, bam. That would be great. That would be great. I would be a viewer. If they come to New York, I want to work on the set. I'll help out when they visit this city or Long Island. I would do it short term for here. That's good. Bye, fancy lady. Good night, all. Catch you again. Thanks for joining in. Thank you. I heard DoorDash $2 payouts. GrubHub got me the other night. A double pickup, and I shouldn't have accepted it, but that never happened to me like that before, and I didn't know. And then when I saw it, I couldn't believe it. Thank God the guy gave me $5. And you know, where do they get the effing nerve? But next time, I don't care if I'm at the location. $2 extra. Keep it. Pay someone to come here and get it. They're users. But it's because they're not making money. They haven't figured out to make money with the services. I don't think any of them are really making any money. You think they are? I don't know. I don't know. Me too. I want Waiter to come out here, and I like the name. Waiter. It's pretty cool. Bagel Boss, ride share, and food delivery. No Bagel Boss. We don't care about Bagel Boss, man. He doesn't fit in with our crew. He might yell and scream at little girls. Didn't he like argue with some girl behind the counter? Nah. And the way he was kicking everything, he's not. He's definitely Howard Stern content. That's for sure. You and that Bagel Boss, man. And they're serious with these low payouts. How will they retain drivers? I'm so happy that, at least when I did it, it wasn't getting as bad as it is now. I'm very lucky. My last tail end, I'm just going to make a little money every day. I'm not going to hurt myself. I can't believe it's 1 o'clock, guys. Shit. Guys, I'm going in. I'm happy I went live. I said a lot. I'll go live in a few days, a couple of days. I know it is unbelievable. I know it is. I know it is. Oh, we'll see what changes tomorrow. Well, good luck with that, Joyride. Guys, thanks for joining in. Good night. I'll go live when it feels right. Thanks, Caramel. Everybody, have a good one. The money's not there anymore. Not the way it was a couple of years ago. I agree. It's not the same. Not the same. Before I go, when I went food shopping, I was at the deli at 8:30. And I worked the deli and I saw what was going down. And I also heard years ago, they used to pay $15 an hour. And when they lowered the pay and started hiring people at lower pay, that's when a lot of the problems started in the industry. And I believe that wholeheartedly because people doing the job saw the changes, and it's true. You get what you pay for. I went to Best Market right here, town away, and I picked up a bunch of cold cuts, and the guys were already wrapping it up. And I said, I'm not being rude, because last time I was there at 9:30 and they were closing up. I said, what time does the deli close? Because I'll rearrange my schedule, that twice a month I go get cold cuts. And I'll go when they're more open. And they said, we're really short staffed, ma'am. It's just us. We usually close at 9:30. And it was 20 after 8. And the guy turned around and said, don't close that up yet. It'll make us look bad. They were overwhelmed. And then we started talking because the other 2 customers left. And I was like, are you cleaning the slices? You don't have anybody coming in to do that like late at night, like you do all the rest of the cleaning? That's a lot of physical labor, rotation. They have a clean deli, and they do. And there were 2 guys doing it all, schlepping it all, doing 4 or 5 man's work with 2 men. And he was like, nobody comes in to clean the slices, we do. And we have to pass the test because the health department comes in. And I was like, every one of them? He goes, oh yeah, we have to break everything. I hope they're getting a minimum of $15 an hour. That's a back-breaking work. I felt so bad for these 2 guys. That is hard work. Back-breaking work. And I understood everything they said to me because they did it. And I did it at the tail end where people were telling me the way it used to be. And I said, that's probably why they can't find any good, dependable, reliable help. Wonder why that department is always in need of workers. There's your answer. They changed the pay, the pay model, and that changed the quality of service, the quality of employees that you have behind the counter. I mean, these 2 guys, they were nice, but they were working their asses off. So now I know from now on in, go to the deli before 6 p.m. because I don't think delis are going to be opened after that. I think delis are going to be just morning to early afternoon departments that are open. Especially after what they said to me. And I see it happening all the time. It should be a morning to early afternoon. No delis open after 6. Done. I think stores should just close them down. It's an industry that's changing like so many other industries change. Nothing stays the same. I was like, what? What are you doing? Wow. That's a lot of responsibility for very little money. Tedious, backbreaking, tiring. Well, when you lower the pay, you're going to get that kind of quality worker. You know, you're doing that kind of work today now. God, that's it's just a job that it's becoming. You see jobs change all the time. Good night. I'll see you, No Limitation. Have a good one. It is a really good thought. I think business would increase because customers over time will realize deli's closing, or 8 o'clock, say. Deli's closed, 8 o'clock. No more 9, 10, 11, late night rush. It's not worth it. It should be a daytime thing. A morning, early afternoon. Maybe 6 o'clock's a little early, but not deli's closed, 8 p.m. I mean, these two guys, they weren't complaining. And they were asking me, can we get you anything else, ma'am? And I got 6 things, and I was like, no, that'll do it. But I was just talking with them, and I was like, damn, you got to do all that? Really? They're like, yeah, we don't start now, we'll never get it done. I don't think you're going to get it done. I didn't say that, but I was thinking that. Makes me a repeat customer. Me too. But stores should consider that. They should just close delis at 8 p.m. No more late night. At a store like that. I'm just giving an example. I was at Best Market in Merrick. At this point, it shouldn't be open after 8 o'clock. And their store closes at 10 now, where it used to close at 11. It's not worth staying open that late. Train people to shop earlier. And that's where delivering food is going to come into play in the future. These big corporations are going to need a lot of drivers because they're going to be out and about throughout their day. Using apps and going to websites to order is becoming more mainstream, like more people are using it, the services. I mean, look at this. I'm using YouTube TV without a cable box. It took me 3 hours to figure everything out. I was like, oh, I don't need Roku. No box needed. I get it. It's forcing me to make a change. And I finally made the change. Well, all those food companies that you order online and that you could get food delivered weekly, prepared meals. I want to do the plant-based one. I'm almost there. I also want to try Freshly. It's a great concept. Maybe not every week, but sign up for every other week at a delivery. And then I could go food shopping only once a month instead of twice a month. I mean, I'm a single person and I find myself going that way. It's the future. It is the future. They're going to have more people, more employees preparing orders instead of customer servicing them in the store. I really do believe, 5 to 10 years from now, you're just going to see staff running around crazy, fulfilling orders that will be delivered or picked up. It's changing. Everything's changing. I finally just got to the point. I said, okay, if I don't do it today, it's been on my mind. And I lived without live TV for a few weeks. I couldn't get on at all. And I was like, nah, I know I don't watch a lot of TV. There's got to be something I can do here. And I'm a YouTuber. I earn money with YouTube, and I'm a Google AdSense publisher. And I want to start using YouTube Music. And now I'm using YouTube TV. And it's all from the palm of your hand. Or your iPad. Or your laptop. Or your desktop. I mean, it's just... It's changing. You got to force yourself to keep up with the times, to learn it. I don't have any cable boxes. It's like, that's it. I was like, oh, I was making it harder. I kept thinking, I need the Roku. Why can't I figure it out? Because you don't need it, you idiot. I mean, I was calling myself an idiot. I kept reading the instructions, and it took me like 10 times. And I was like, oh, no box needed, you idiot. It's through the app or the website. Sign in. Press the button. Connect your flat TV to the app. All I had to do was figure out how to get that code. Like, I did it a handful of times. And I was like, oh. And then once I did it, I was like, oh. It was too easy that I kept thinking it was supposed to be harder. But I'm from a generation of, you got to have at least a box. It's not even needed anymore. It's not. Antenna for locals, Hulu and Netflix. Good for you. So you pay very little and the antenna's free. You get live TV when you want it. And Hulu and Netflix, you pay for the less expensive package. I did check out Hulu. I think it was $44.95. I guess without tax for live TV. If you wanted Hulu and live TV. I just went with YouTube TV. I sat down a lot. My gut hurts. That's really good. $21 a month. I tried an antenna here a couple of times. It didn't work. Maybe because I'm around a bunch of buildings, and I did try. And I bought a good antenna. It didn't work. It was too much aggravation. In the area I am in, $50 for 70 channels. On all my devices, it's like having multiple TVs. If you count, I have my flat screen, my desktop, my laptop, my iPad. I have my old iPad and my phone. I have 6 television sets. Good reception. Yeah, that's great. $21 a month. That's a score. That's great. Good for you. Well, if you think about it, my flat screen, my desktop, I use my desktop as a TV all the time. I turn it on most of the time. My laptop, my 2 iPads, my cell phone, live television at the palm of your hands. That's 6 television sets. All different sizes. But if one don't work, I have 5 others. As long as I have internet service. That's where antenna probably comes into play. I should try it again, but I can always try it again. I did try it twice and it didn't work. It was just too much of a hassle. Wasn't worth it. And then a big box. And so I'd rather pay the few extra bucks and not even have a box. It's not needed. The next time I get my cable box, when it's time to upgrade, I bet you it's going to be half the size. Smaller. 111. Yeah. All right, J-Dub. Thanks for joining in, Jennifer. And guys, my internet went out for 2 days. I thought I was going to die. Well, do you have Optimum? Because if my internet broke in my apartment, I would just go on the Wi-Fi in the area that I'm in. I could still get on the Wi-Fi. And that's the perk of having a cell phone service. It did go out once, and I didn't sweat it. I turned on my phone, I brought it to bed. And I put on, at that time I was getting live TV with my mother's username and password. And I just went on the data and I had TV for half an hour until I fell asleep. Internet, it's a backup. Remember that. On your cell phone, use your data. And I have unlimited data, not that I use it that often. But your Wi-Fi goes out, you lose everything. I get it, your internet. It is a good idea. I mean, it's, it's, at least you have something. You have something on. You can put music on, put the YouTube on the internet, anything really. But use it on the data and you have a backup plan. Unless there's a major storm and they both go out. But that is a backup plan. Or if your internet goes out, if you have Optimum like I do here, that happens every now and then. I just go, okay, I'll go on Wi-Fi, and it picks it up someplace else, and I still get on. The only time I didn't have internet is when we had Storm Sandy. That was it. That was the only time. There's always try to make a backup plan. It works. So I'm happy that I helped you with that. A lot of practice. So I recommend YouTube TV, everyone. Unbelievable. You can watch it anywhere, too. You're welcome, J-Dub. I'm happy I can help you. A lot of practice. All right, guys. Now I'm really going to get going. It was a fun live chat. I'll see you guys in a few days. And I'll be watching a lot of videos. I'll be seeing what's going on out there. You have a good one. It is a great idea, Joyride. I'll see you guys. Always have a backup plan. Have a good one, and I hope we all make a little money when we do work. A lot of money. I'll see ya. Bye, guys.